All right, last 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes now. Last 2 minutes. All right, last minute of the warm-up. Okay, we can clear the pool, please. All right, so once again, a very good morning from Wavertree, and welcome to day number 5, session number 7. Day number 5, session number 9 of the Lancashire County Championships 2022. For everyone joining us live on YouTube this morning, welcome. Hope you enjoy the action that we're going to bring to you. Just to let you know, the schedule for this morning, we've got event 501, which is your women's open 50 metre breaststroke. 502 is your men's open 200 metres freestyle. Event 503 is going to be your women's 1500 metres freestyle. And then events 504 to 510, your women's 50 breaststroke finals. So as we said, we're going to crack on this morning and start off with event 501, which is your women's open 50 metre breaststroke. There are 15 heats in this event. As always, we'll be starting at heat 1, so I will send you down to the race officials. So off we go with the first racing action of the morning. In lane number 2 is Gracie Smith. In lane number 3 is Pollyanna Hodgson. And in lane 4 is Eleanor Fothergill. As always, if you've got your good luck messages, send them into hashtag LancsChamps2022. A couple have already come in. Good luck to Elisa Ashton in a 50 breast this morning from Freya. And wishing Kirby Sullivan good luck in your other races today. We'll be watching from Rosie and Bernie from Poynton. So as you can see on the live stream, very close as they come towards the last 15 metres of the first heat this morning. Looks like Eleanor in 4 did have the lead. Gracie coming back very strongly in lane 2 as well. And we'll see who touches first. Gracie touches the wall first in 46.53. We move on to heat 2. Off we go in heat 2. In lane 2 we have Betsy Lloyd. In lane 3 we have Lowry Whitaker. In lane 4 is Holly Warburton. And in lane number 5 is Mia Robinson. Can we now have the first 12 heats for event 501, the 50 breaststroke, to marshalling, please? So at the minute, it's Mia Robinson over in lane number 5, who is out in front. Good luck to Chloe Ridge from Auntie Em and Uncle John. Betsy Lloyd working hard in lane 2 as well, as is Lowry in lane number 3. But at the moment, it is Lowry and Mia. And Lowry looks to be taking the lead. And once again, we'll find out the time as they touch the wall. I said Lowry touches in 42.84. We move on to heat number 3. So in lane number 1, we have Evelyn Flanagan. In lane 2, we have Megan Hacking. In lane 3, we have Chloe Whittington. In lane 4, we have Tilly Stevens. Lane 5 is Maya Taylor. And in lane 6 is Bonnie Carruthers. So at the minute, once again, looks like it's Bonnie over in lane number 6, who is out in front at the moment. Very close in the middle of the pool, though. All the ladies working hard. But again, it is Bonnie who's out in front at the moment. And Bonnie touches in 41.66. Move on to heat number 4. So in lane number 1, we have Sophie Lee. Lane 2 is Ellen Jones. Lane number 3 is Alicia Ashton. Lane 4 is Jasmine Golden. Lane number 5 is Lucy Alesti. And in lane 6 is Marley Rose Garrett. So in the early outsets of this particular race, it's very close indeed. It looks like lane number 4 does have a slight advantage. As I said, Jasmine does seem to be out with a little lead over the rest of the field, but not much. As they go through into the final 15, as I said, the 2 middle lanes there, Alicia and Jasmine, working very hard, as well as Ellen Jones. Let's see as we get into the wall. It's Jasmine Golden in 40.71. Move on to heat 5. In lane number 1, we have Nicole Farley. In lane 2 is Olivia Wong. In lane number 3 is Sienna Quain. In lane 4 is Ava Grace Hodgson. In lane 5 is Alice Holt. And in lane 6 is Kerry Sullivan. Can we have all remaining swimmers for event 501 through to marshalling, please? So in the middle of the pool there, the 3 Wigan best swimmers, Sienna, Ava Grace and Alice, all seem to be out in front. It looks like Alice is out in front at the moment. Instead, she's heading towards the flags of the last 5 metres, although lane 1 is coming strong in Nicole Farley as well. We'll see who takes the touch. It is Nicole who touches in 38.70. We move on to heat 6. So in lane number 2, we have Lucy Vaughan. Lane 3 is Chloe Batty. Lane 4 is Sally Lomax. Lane 5 is Olivia Bollard. And in lane 6 is Ellie Cowan. And it is Ellie who's out in front from the Isle of Man. She just seems to be stretching away, although, as we said, Chloe also working very hard. And they come to the final 5 metres. It is Chloe who touches first in 39.32. We move on to heat 7. So in lane 1 we have Emily Wade, lane 2 is Brittany McAngu, lane number 3 is Elizabeth Gregson, lane 4 is Zara Mann, lane number 5 is Emily Jackson-Smith, and in lane number 6 is Libby Poole. So this one's a lot closer to call. Middle of the pool working hard and driving the rest of the field with them. As I said, it looks like it's going to be Zara Mann who's going to get in to touch the wall first, and it is in 38.55. We move on to heat number 8. In lane number 1 we have Alexandra Prince, in lane 2 is Grace Robotham-Keating, lane 3 is Eloise Barber, lane 4 is Jessica Cooney, lane number 5 is Penny Diggins, and lane 6 is Erin McNeil. Can we have the first 4 heats for event 502, the men's open 200 metres freestyle, to marshalling please. Again, swimmers for event 502, the men's open 200 metres freestyle, the first 5 heats to marshalling, thank you. So it looks like lane 3 could just be out in front. And she is just very, very slightly. She heads under the flags and towards the wall. Eloise touches in 37.56. Move on to heat number 9. So in lane number 1 we have Lisa Bazaghi, in lane 2 is Ella Wadsworth, lane 3 is Poppy Elliott, lane 4 is Evie Cutter, lane number 5 is Amelia Picton, and lane 6 is Lily Tipping. So at the moment it is the 3 Wigan best swimmers in lanes 4, 5 and 6 who are out in front. Possibly Amelia, who's got the slight advantage over Evie and Lily. All 3 of them working very hard though. Also lane 2, Ella Wadsworth flying as well at the moment. Touching the wall is Ella Wadsworth in 37.45. So in lane number 1 we have Jenna Cross. In lane 2 we have Farida El Howley. In lane 3 is Harriet Rawlins. Lane 4 is Charlotte Malarkey. Lane 5 is Hannah O'Brien. And in lane 6 is Pippa Darlington. So Harriet and Hannah working very hard. There your 2 swimmers out in front, going stroke for stroke as they come under the 5. Looks like Harriet's going to take this one. Oh, let me see. No, it's Hannah. My apologies to Hannah, touching in 37.02. Move on to heat 11. In lane 1 we have Chloe Ridge, lane 2 is Chloe Shaw, lane 3 is Lucy Wright, lane 4 is Evie Warnock, lane number 5 is Carrie Blake, and lane 6 is Lola Cragg. It looks like lane number 6 in Lola Cragg, but also in the middle of the pool there, Evie Warnock from Ormskirk, and lane 1 in Chloe Ridge. It's Chloe Ridge who's out in front now, and she comes into touch. She touches in a time of 37.12. Move on to heat 12. So in lane number 1 is Jessica Sunderland, lane 2 is Caitlin Wilson, lane number 3 is Ellie Moran, lane 4 is Kira Prentice, lane number 5 is Olivia Jones, and in lane 6 is Ella Proctor. So once again at the early goings, lane 6 has got out fast in Ella. Next to her in lane 5, Olivia, tracking her and working hard. As are the middle lanes as well, but it is Ella Proctor of Blackpool who's out in front. Preston's Ellie Moran's working hard as well as they're coming towards and under the flags. And Ella touches in 36.43. We move on to heat 13. In lane number 1 we have Jenny Liu, in lane 2 we have Grace Jackson, lane 3 is Anna Healy, lane 4 is Lydia Dewhurst, lane 5 is Charlotte Mead, and in lane 6 is Joni Dunn. Early lead is going to Charlotte Mead in lane number 5 as well as Anna Healy in 3. Lane 1 working hard as well with Jenny there. Here's lane number 3 in Hannah Healy, who's out in front. She touches in 34.63. Move on to heat 14. Off we go with heat 14. In lane 1 we have Ruby Swinney, lane 2 is Elizabeth Waring, lane number 3 is Olivia Lloyd-Jones, lane 4 is Emily Elliott, lane 5 is Madison Wrens, and in lane 6 is Alyssa Boslam. So very close this one, lanes 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like lane 4 or 5 could have the advantage at the moment. And just at the minute is Emily. It's going to be close, as we said, on the touch. And it is Emily who touches first in 35.05. We move on to the last heat in this event. This is heat 15. So in lane 1 we have Lauren Cusick, in lane 2 is Elizabeth Brearley, lane 3 is Laura Kinley, lane 4 is Zara Dodd, lane 5 is Gabrielle McCulloch, and in lane 6 is Katie Rawnsley. But Laura Kinley out in front in lane number 3. The rest of the heat all pretty close together. I said it is Laura out in front with over a body length lead as she comes in to touch the wall, and she touches in 32.41. So as we said, that was the last heat in that event. We move swiftly on to event 502, which is your men's open 200 metres freestyle. There are 14 heats in this event. This will be heat number 1. So as we said, off we go in heat number 1 of the 200 metres freestyle. In lane number 1 from Wigan Best is James Vaughan. In lane 2 from the Isle of Man is Caleb Crowe. Lane number 3 from Blackpool Aquatics is William Kershaw. In lane number 4 from Southport is Harrison Dale. And in lane number 5 from Oldham Aquatics is Lee Scholes. All right, we've got some finalists to announce for event 504, the Women's Open 50 metres breaststroke. In your 10 and 11 years age group from Wigan Best, we have Gracie Smith. Also from Wigan Best, we have Betsy Lloyd. Also from Wigan Best is Ellen Jones. From Southport, we have Mia Robinson. From Blackpool Aquatics, we have Holly Warburton. And from Flixton, we have Eleanor Fothergill. Your reserve finalist for that one is Pollyanna Hodgson from Leyland Barracudas. In your 12 years age group from Preston, we have Larry Whittaker. From the City of Manchester is Kerry Sullivan. From Ramsbottom is Bonnie Carruthers. From Bootle is Marley Rose Garrett. From Greater Harwood is Megan Hacking. And from Preston is Chloe Whittington. Your reserve finalist from this one from Southport is Sophie Lee. And from Leyland Barracudas is Maya Taylor. Moving on to your 13 years age group. From Wigan Best is Alice Holt. From Prescott is Nicole Farley. From the City of Salford is Gabrielle McCulloch. From Ormskirk is Joni Dunn. From Wigan Best is Evie Cutter. And from Southport is Sally Lomax. Your reserve finalist for this one from Bolton Metro is Jasmine Golden. And from St Helens is Alicia Ashton. So as the swimmers are making their way down, lane number 2 is Caleb Crowe. Lane number 1, James, tracking him down with every stroke as they start to make their way inside the final 15. I said it looks like Caleb's going to go, but James is fighting back. And Caleb touches first in a time of 2 minutes 28.40. We move on to heat number 2. So in heat number 2, lane number 1 from Preston is Isaac Shaw. Lane 2 from Southport is Callum Byrne. Lane number 3 from Ramsbottom is Charlie Wilcock. Lane 4 from Bolton Metro is Samuel Williams. Lane 5 from Wigan Best is Max Pearson. And lane number 6 from Bolton Metro is Leo Talbot. Just moving back to your women's 50 metre breaststroke finals, and in your 14 years age group, your finalists are from Bridgefield, Jessica Cooney. From Southport is Harriet Rawlins. From City of Salford is Alyssa Boslam. Also from City of Salford is Grace Jackson. From Ormskirk is Evie Warnock. And from Preston is Zara Mann. The reserve finalists for this one from Wigan Best is Lily Tipping. And from the City of Salford is Emily Jackson-Smith. Moving on to your 15 years age group from Wigan Best, we have Chloe Ridge. From Bolton Metro is Ruby Swinney. From Aquabirds is Lauren Cussick. From Crosby is Madison Wrens. From Blackpool Aquatics is Hannah O'Brien. And from Wigan Best is Ella Wadsworth. Your reserve finalists from Burnley Bobcats are Lola Cragg. And from Wigan Best, Olivia Jones. Moving on to your 16 years age group from finalists are from Garstang, Eloise Barber. From Ramsbottom is Zara Dodd. From Wigan Best is Anna Healy. From Leyland Barracudas is Amelie Elliott. From Blackpool Aquatics we've got Ella Proctor. And from Aquabirds is Jessica Sunderland. Your reserve finalist for that one from Blackpool Aquatics is Penny Diggins. And City of Salford's Charlotte Malarkey. Moving on to your 17 years and over, from Carnforth is Jenny Liu. From the City of Manchester is Olivia Lloyd-Jones. From the Isle of Man is Laura Kinley. From Blackpool Aquatics is Elizabeth Brealey. From Preston is Elizabeth Waring. From Prescott is Katie Rawnsley, and your reserve finalist from Burnley Bobcats is Lydia Dewhurst, and from Blackburn, Charlotte Mead. Team coaches and managers, you now have 15 minutes to hand in any withdrawals. So as you can see, as they're coming back down for the final time, lane number 4, Samuel Williams, is out in front, but lane number 6, Leo Tolbert, is working very hard. His teammates to catch him up as they come under the flags. And they touch the wall. And here's going to be Samuel Williams touching in 2 minutes 25.06. We move on to heat number 3. So off we go over heat number 3, lane number 1. From Ramsbottom, we've got Ethan McGuinness. In lane 2, from Blackpool Aquatics, is Cody Bridge. In lane number 3, from Garston, is Tom Wild. Lane 4, from Bolton Metro, is Jack Seddon. Lane number 5, from Southport, is Dylan Foster. And in lane 6, from Wigan Best, is Alfie Owen. So we've gone quiet this morning on the good luck messages, so if you have got any to send in on Twitter, remember it's hashtag LancsChamps2022. But on that first turn, it was Jack Seddon of Bolton Metro. He said he was in lane number 4, he's still out in front at the moment. So followed by lanes 2 and 5, who are your next two. Lane 1 in Ethan McGuinness started to push forward. As I said, at the halfway point of this particular heat. So it's still Jack who is out in front. Team managers and coaches, if we can now have up to heat number 12 through to marshalling, please. Up to heat 12 for the men's 200 metres freestyle through to marshalling. Thank you. So again, it is still Jack who is out in front, and Jack turns on 1:42.40, just under a second and a half lead on lane 2, Cody Bridge, as they make their way back down. And as it has been for the entirety of this particular heat, as I said, Jack is out in front with around about just over a body length lead. And then after that, you take a pick between lane 5 and lane 2. Looks like lane 2 will come in second. Touching the wall first there is Jack Seddon in 2:16.96. Now we move on to heat 4. So in lane number 1 from Wigan Best, we have Matthew Saws. In lane 2 from the City of Salford, we have Devon Fernu Knight. In lane number 3 from Blackpool Aquatics, we have Jonathan Waters. In lane number 4, we have from Preston, the returning Seth Hutchinson. In lane number 5 from City of Salford, we have Benjamin Ross. And in lane 6 from the City of Manchester is James Fothergill. So at the 50-metre turn, as you can see, Jonathan Waters goes round first in 29.13, followed by Devon. So as we said, it is Jonathan who's out in front at the moment. Lane number 2, Devon working hard as well as his teammate, Benjamin in lane 5. Jonathan turning this time in 1:02.99 at the halfway stage. Devon took a little bit of time off him there on that 50. So some good luck messages arriving. Good luck to Elliot and all his teammates today from Oldham Aquatics. Swim fast and smash it, says Mum, Dad, Erin and Willow. Thank you very much. Also, good luck to Eleanor Fothergill in your 50 breast final. Go smash it, swim hard, swim fast. From everyone at Fulixton Swim Team. So as they make their way down, as it has been again for all of this heat, Jonathan is out in front. Still being tracked by the two Salford swimmers in Ben and Devon. Working hard just behind them as well is Matthew. So Jonathan's entry time was 2:15. Say he's going to go under the wall and take some time off that, and he does. Touches in 2:12.57. We move on to heat number 5. So in heat number 5, lane number 1 from Oldham Aquatics, we have John Kinuthia. In lane 2 from Prescott, we have Daniel Hilton. Lane number 3, also from Prescott, is Hayden Soul. In lane 4, it's Wigan best Daniel Haynes. In lane 5 from Southport is George Sutton. And in lane 6 from Prescott is Luke Brussels. So Daniel Haynes out in front as he goes to turn at the first 50. And he does turn in 28.36. Got himself just short of 2 seconds over second place in Hayden Soul at that particular turn. So as we said, Daniel is out in front there. Around about 2 body lengths, you would say. The rest of the field very close together after that. I think Daniel's entry time was 2:13. He's just turned on 1:53. We'll see if he can hold the pace as he goes through this second 100. As we said after that, the rest of the heat is very, very close together. Just a reminder, with the 200s, obviously there are no finals, so all the boys trying their hardest to get the best possible time they can within the heat. And again, it's in this particular heat, it's going to be Daniel against himself at the moment to see what time he can hit. Following in second now looks like Luke Brussels in lane number 6. You see Daniel working hard as he comes through into his final 25. Entry time of 2:13.80 for Daniel. As he makes his way into the final 5 metres, that's going to go. But what time is he going to take? Daniel touches in 2:07.31. Second place there is George Sutton with a cracking final 50, touching in 2:14.88. We move on to heat number 6. So in lane number 1 from Southport is Joseph Jones. In lane 2 from Prescott is Harry Lee. From Preston is Harry Lee. In lane number 3 from the city of Salford is Sean Mattison. In lane 4 from Wigan Best is Joshua Hayes. In lane number 5 from Bolton Metro is Kelsey Lee. And in lane number 6 from the city of Manchester is Eva Clayton. You can see very, very close after the first 50. It was John turning first in lane number 3. But lanes 2, 3, 4 and 5 all very close together, as well as 6 working hard to catch up. Kelsey has the advantage at the moment in lane number 5. Team managers and coaches, if we can have up to heat number 12 of the men's 200 freestyle through to marshalling, please. Up to heat number 12, thank you. So still very close, this one, finely balanced. And as we said, it's Kelsey was out in front. But lane number 6, Eva there, tracking him down very quickly. I said just a slight lead still for Kelsey, but it is very, very close. Joshua Hayes started to work very hard in the middle of the pool as well in lane 4. And again, as we come through to the final 25, this is anyone's for the taking. Again, lanes 4, 5 and 6, very close. Joshua seems to have just a very, very slight lead as they come to the final 5 metres. Who's got left to touch this wall? No breathing. Who's going to take the touch? It is Kelsey who takes the touch in 2:12.49. Move on to heat 7. So in lane number 1 from Carnforth, we have Omar El Galgeni. From lane 2 from Lancaster is Luke Horton. In lane number 4 from Burnley Bobcats is Jamie Ball. Lane number 5 from the City of Manchester is Lewis Gilbert. And in lane number 6 from Blackburn is Ethan Coleman. So the first turn is Omar, who goes around first in 29.28. And it is still Omar after the 100, who is out in front, around about half a second lead on both Jamie and Lewis. So Jamie and Lewis seem to be pushing themselves forward in lanes 4 and 5. So Lewis working particularly hard down this particular 50 metres. He has now taken the lead. As Lewis turns this time in 1:38.35 with nearly a second lead over Jamie in lane 4. So again, it is still lanes 4 and 5 with the latter who's out in front in Lewis Gilbert from the City of Manchester. And Lewis touches the wall in 2:11.58. We move on to heat number 8. So in heat number 8, lane number 1 from Preston is Harvey Kinnear. In lane number 2 from Fleetwood is Ralph Halliburton Chaplin. In lane 3 from Aquaburs is Daniel Canavan. In lane 4 from Southport is Nikolai Pitera. In lane number 5 from the Isle of Man is Dominic Morgan. And in lane 6 from Prescott is Andrew Clavis. So at the minute is lane number 5 who's got a lead. As you said, that's Dominic from the Isle of Man. He turns first in 28.96. So some more good luck messages on this one. A well done message. Well done, Seth Hutchinson. Great swim to say you've had 10 days out of the pool. The fish boy is back in the pool. Yeah, well done, Seth. Not mithering me on Twitter today. That's fantastic. Glad you are back in the pool. As we said at the moment, it's still lane 5 in Dominic Morgan, who is out in front. Fastest entry times for this event in the junior section. The fastest entry time was Sam Grimes, the Wigan best, in 1:56.18. The fastest senior time is Salford's Max Adams, who's entered at 1:52.57. We'll see how they go in a short while. But at the moment, it is Dominic who's out in front with just over a second lead on Daniel. Yeah, Daniel in lane 3. Working very hard in lane 2. There's Ralph coming back down for the final time. Dominic's entry time was 2:09.51. Touches the wall in 2:07.53. As we said, we move on to heat number 9. So in heat number 9, lane number 1 from Oldham Aquatics is Elliot Mitchell. Lane 2 from Stretford is Benjamin Overland. Lane 3 from the City of Salford is Nathan Lockett. In lane 4 from Prescott, it's from Preston. Preston is Emil Dawkins. Apologise for that. Lane number 5 from Aquaburs is Joshua Latham. And in lane 6 from Ramsbottom, Samuel Sutcliffe. Obviously missing my co-commentators this morning. Apologies to the 2 Preston swimmers who I've mentioned are at Prescott. So off we go anyway. Nathan turning first. And he went round in 27.95. Followed by Joshua in lane 5 of the Aquaburs. So he turned in 28.43. Team managers and coaches, if we can please have both of the heats for event 503, the Women's Open 1500 metres, to marshalling, please. Can we have the ladies for the 1500 metres freestyle through to marshalling? Thank you. So Nathan turned in 59.44. And he goes around this time in 1:31.29 with a 4-second lead over lane 5, Joshua. I said Nathan's entry time was 2:07.12. We will see if he can take some time off that as he comes into the final 5 metres. He will do. And he touches in 2:03.48. We move on to heat 10. In heat number 10, lane number 1 from Crosby, we have Casey Delaney. In lane 2 from Wigan Best is Daniel Jones. In lane 3 from Oldham Aquatics is Oliver Parry. In lane 4 from the City of Manchester is Bobby Hume. In lane number 5 from Oldham Aquatics is Ethan Richards. And in lane number 6 from Charlie Marlins is Joseph Arcangelo. So turning first there is Daniel Jones of Wigan Best in 28.58, but Ethan Richards right on his toes, turning at 28.60 in lane 5. As you can see, as you watch the live stream, lanes 2, 3, 5 and 6 all close together. And Ethan turning first this time in 101.12. But 5 of the swimmers all turning on a 101. Looks like Joseph Arcangelo over in lane number 6 has put the foot down there as he came up from his turn. Really is starting to move away from, as I said, the rest of the heat. We've got around about a body length lead as Joseph in lane 6. After that, it's lanes 2 and 5, Daniel and Ethan respectively. Well, again, as we go down, it is still Joseph who's out in front in lane 6. Lanes 1, 2 and 5 come next. For a moment you'd say it is Joseph still out in front. You take your pick between lanes 1 and 2. So coming to touch the wall, Joseph touches in 2:05.98. We move on to heat 11. So in lane number 1 from Blackpool Aquatics is Bailey Scarborough. In lane 2 from the City of Manchester is Shimingu. In lane 3 from Crosby is Ethan Kelly. In lane 4 from Southport is Fraser Cook. In lane number 5 from Ramsbottom is Finley Pope. And in lane 6 from Preston is James Edwards. So Fraser turned first, 27.58. So it was as you were. Fraser turned first at the halfway point in 1:24. Now lane 2, Shiming following very closely behind, turning on 1:26. Like I said, it is them two in lane 2 and 4. 6 not far behind either. I'm going to change your lead there. I'm going to say lane number 2 now, got around about half a second. So as we're coming through to the final 25, it is lane 2, Shiming, who's out in front, but you've also still got lane number 4, Fraser Cook working hard, as is lane 3, Ethan Kelly. So it looks like lane 2 is Shiming as he's coming into the wall, and it is, he touches in 2:05.01. We move on to heat 12. So in Heat 12, lane number 1 from Bolton Metro is Joshua Keogh. Lane 2 from Wigan Best is Matthew Tinkler. Lane number 3 is Wigan Best teammate Charlie Collins. In lane 4 from Lancaster is Jamie Holmes. Lane number 5 from Wigan Best is Matthew Haynes. And in lane number 6 from Oldham Aquatics is Dakota Ravatelli. So here's Matthew Haynes, who turns first there, 27.31. Just short of a second over Dakota, who's in lane 6. As I said, Matthew out in front, with Dakota tracking him. They're in 5 and 6, but then lanes 1, 2, 3, 4 are all very close together. So Matthew turning there in 59.28. Dakota turning in 59.74, and then the rest of the heat all turning on 1 minute. So still out in front is Matthew as he comes in to turn. 1:32.84. And Dakota turning second. And Charlie in lane number 3 turning third. So as they make their way back down in towards the final 25 now. Like I said, Matthew is pulling away over a body length lead over the rest of the field. The moment coming through as well in lane number 3 is Charlie Collins, as well as his Wigan Best teammate Matthew Tinkler, who's next to him in 2. And touching the wall first is Matthew Haynes in 2:04.05. We move on to Heat 13. In lane number 1 from Burnley Bobcats is Jamie Clayton. In lane 2 from Duckenfield is Lewis Cottam. In lane 3 from Preston is Nathan Holmes. In lane 4 from Oldham Aquatics is Francis Dyson. In lane 5 from City of Liverpool is Vadim Bosk. And in lane number 6 from the City of Salford is Connor Hartley. Nathan turns around first there in 26.36. Well, at the halfway turn, it is lane 5. And Vadim, who came back very strong on that second 50. He turns around in 57.36. So again, it is still Vadim who's out in front. His entry time was exactly 2 minutes. After Vadim, you got lanes 1, 2 and 3, Jamie, Lewis and Nathan fighting hard. As we said, a reminder of Vadim's entry time was 2 minutes exactly. He comes into the final 5 metres. He touches in 1:58.92. Second to touch the wall was lane number 1 in Jamie Clayton. We move on to the final heat in this event. This is Heat 14. So as you said, in this final heat, in lane number 1 from Southport, we have Henry Moore. In lane 2 from Oldham Aquatics is Patrick Braddock. In lane 3 from City of Salford is Max Adams. In lane 4 from Preston is Adam Tabernacle. In lane 5 from the City of Salford is Alexander Volkovoy. And in lane number 6 from Wigan Best is Samuel Grimes. So after that first 50, every swimmer turned on a 27 point something. It was Patrick Braddock in lane 2, who turned on 27.05. As I said, as you watch the live stream, it is still Patrick out in front, but lane number 3 and Max Adams is working hard and tracking him down. And it's actually Max who turns first at 56.89, with Patrick turning second on 57 dead. So as they make their way back down the pool for the final time, it's still lane 3 who's out in front, in the shape of Max Adams from Salford. Still looks like Patrick's in second there, but also from Salford in lane 5 coming through very fast is Alexander. As they come in to touch the wall, Max touches in a time of 1:57.39. Okay, we now move on to event 503, the Women's Open 1500 metres freestyle. There are 2 heats in this event. This is heat number 1. So off we go with heat number 1 of the 1500 metres freestyle. So in lane number 1 from Wigan Best is Lauren Watson. In lane 2 from the City of Salford is Cara Tohill. In lane 3 from City of Manchester is Evie Clare. Lane 4 from City of Salford is Katie Lee. Lane number 5 from Bolton Metro is Grace Taylor. And in lane number 6 from Blackpool Aquatics is Pollyanna Kershaw. As I said, 30 lengths of this particular pool for the 1500. Fastest entry times to this one, the junior section, the fastest entry time coming into it is held by Ella Bloxage of Salford. Their entry time 17 minutes 15.10. And the senior time, or fastest senior entry time, is also from Salford in the shape of Lucy Dixon. His entry time was 17 minutes 30 exactly. But after 100, so after 100 it is Katie Lee who turned first in 1:08.03. Tracking her in the lane next to her, in lane 3 is Evie Clare from Manchester. I said Evie having her birthday in the week, so happy birthday to her for that one. So just a reminder for this afternoon, warm-up starts at 1:30. That'll be the men, or the boys, the gentlemen, whatever you like, through till 2 o'clock. Then the ladies from 2 till 2:30. As a reminder, we've got around about 7,000 boys in the 50 freestyle this afternoon. If you're not already at the aquatic centre, make sure you get here in plenty of time to get yourselves a car park space. We'll be very busy indeed this afternoon. So whilst we, as we said, we watch the girls go up and down the pool here in the 1500 metres. no better time than to update you with the scores for the teams. So as I said, these scores are going to be as of the final day last weekend. So your scores at the moment in the age group, for the age group trophy, we'll go your top 5 in reverse order. So at the moment in 5th place with 249 points is Southport. In 4th place with 305 is the City of Manchester. In 3rd place with 337 is Bolton Metro. In 2nd place with 480 is the City of Salford. And in 1st place at the moment with 894 is Wigan Best. Moving on to your championship scoring. After session 8. Again, your top 5 in reverse order. So in 5th place with 9 points is Blackpool Aquatics. In 4th place with 19 points is the City of Manchester. In 3rd place with 8... Hang on, someone's tricking me here. Let's start again. So in 5th place with 9... I'm going to come back to you on that one. Yeah, we'll forget that for a minute. I'll have another quick look at that in a minute. Definitely the heat getting to me at the moment. As he said though, still at the moment out in front is Katie Lee from the City of Salford. She turned in 4:09.77. Still in second is Evie Clare, who turned in 4:11.11. All right, so we'll try again with the championship scoring after session 8. In reverse order, your top 5 in 5th place with 15 points is the Isle of Man. In 4th place with 18 points is Bolton Metro. In 3rd place from City of Manchester. In 3rd place with 19 points is the City of Manchester. 2nd place with 64 points is Wigan Best. And out in front with this one with 77 points is the City of Salford. So again, as we said, still out in front is Katie Lee, but Evie Clare is catching every time we come to a turn. So we got some results to read out for you from event 502, the men's open 200 metres freestyle. In your 12 years age group, in 3rd place from Southport is Callum Byrne. 2nd place from Bolton Metro is Leo Talbot. And in 1st place, also from Bolton Metro in a time of 2:25.06, was Samuel Williams. In your 13 years age group, in 3rd place from Wigan Best was Matthew Swords. In 2nd place from Ramsbottom was Ethan McGuinness, and in 1st place in a time of 2 minutes 11.09, also from Ramsbottom, was Samuel Sutcliffe. In your 14 years age group, in 3rd place from Oldham Aquatics was Oliver Parry. 2nd place from Bolton Metro is Joshua Keogh. And in first place, in a time of 2:05.74 from Crosby, was Ethan Kelly. Moving on to your 15 years age group. In third place from Wigan Best was Daniel Haynes. Second place from Ramsbottom was Finlay Pope. And in first place from City of Manchester in a time of 2:05.01 was Shimingu, who also comes second in the junior section. Moving on to your 16 years age group. In third place from Wigan Best was Daniel Jones. In second place, also from Wigan Best, was Charlie Collins, who comes third in the juniors. And in first place in a time of 2:45 from Wigan Best was Samuel Grimes, who also comes first in the junior section. Moving on to your 17 years and over. In third place from City of Liverpool was Vadim Bosk, who comes third in the seniors. In second place from City of Salford was Alexander Volkovoy, who also comes second in the seniors. And in first place, also from City of Salford in a time of 1:57.39, was Max Adams, who also comes first in the senior section. As I said, keep the good luck messages coming in. Hashtag LancsChamps 2022, especially if you got anyone in the 50 breast finals. As I said, get them in now. So turning at the 800 mark is Evie Clare. She turns at 9:42.68. Katie Lee is running second. She turned on 9:44.88. I said with Katie's teammate Cara turning third. She goes round in 10 minutes 1:57. So a couple of good luck messages coming in. Firstly, good luck Gracie Smith in the 50 breast finals. Smash it, kid. We're all super proud. From Kath and Dave Smith, thank you very much. So at the 1,000 metre mark, Evie Clare turns first in 12 minutes 9.90. Also, good luck to Kerry Sullivan in the breaststroke finals. Love from the Hudson clan in Poynton. Thank you very much. So, contributing lots onto Twitter there. Like you said, if you are wanting to get your good luck messages in, hashtag LancsChamps2022. And that will come through to me and I'll read it out for you. So Evie turning, got herself 400 metres left in her particular heat. She turns at 13:23.18, around about 7.5 seconds on second place, who's Katie Lee. As we said, after that, in running third at the moment is Cara Tallhill in lane 2. So she turned round in 13:48.53. And as we said, speaking of 53, remember, as we said, for the gentlemen this afternoon, over 200 swimmers in that particular event. So as I said, if you're heading over to Wavertree, make sure you get yourselves here in plenty of time to get a car park space. And all the football going on outside, as you do every weekend as well. So good luck to Eleanor in the 1500 free and all Bolton Metro swimming today. So we'll see Eleanor in the next heat of this particular event. So I got another shout out this time to Nathan. Sorry you can't be here right now. Get well soon. And also a shout out to Jane as well. And also for one of the swimmers in this particular heat, come on Katie Lee, our little fish, we love you. Oh, thank you from Lindsay. So he said Evie's still out in front, turning this time on 16:26.69. She starts to make her way down. She'll start to hear the whistles very shortly. As I said, Katie Lee still running second. She turned in 16:39.82. So as you can see, Evie Clay turns 17:03.38 with just 100 metres left of her particular heat or race. This time the whistle's telling Katie Lee, again, she's only got 2 lengths left now, last 100 metres. So the final turner for Evie Clare. She makes her way back down for the last time. So there we go, Evie comes in and touches the wall in a time of 18 minutes, 14 seconds, 0.19. And Katie Lee comes under the flags and into the wall. She's going to touch is Katie in 18 minutes, 30.46. So third to finish, also from Salford, Cara Hill. She takes the time of 18 minutes 47.52. Just a quick reminder for swimmers on poolside, we are being live streamed around the world, so please make sure you're not getting yourselves changed on poolside. Plenty of changing rooms to do that. So again, team managers, coaches, if you can make sure your swimmers are not getting changed on poolside, that would be greatly appreciated. So making her way into the final 5 metres. Is Lauren, who touches in 20 minutes, 10.67. And as Polly comes under the flags, she touches in 20:29.48. We move on to heat number 2. So in this heat, in lane number 1 from the City of Manchester is Caitlin Lansom. In lane 2 from Wigan Best is Olivia Sheehan. In lane number 3 from City of Salford is Ella Bloxage. In lane number 4 from Bolton Metro is Eleanor Kay. In lane 5 from City of Salford is Emily Bloxage. And in lane 6 from Preston is Martha Miller. So good luck to Ella in the 1500. That's coming from Hugh. So good luck to Kirby Sullivan in the 50-metre breast final. Your Aussie family are cheering you on, as well as we in Manchester. That's love from your dad. Thank you very much. As always, after this particular heat, we will have a short break before we get to our finals this morning. So as I said, after this heat, there will be a short break before we get into the finals. Good luck to Lauren Kustick in your 50-metre breaststroke final. Love from Mum and Darren. I said, thank you, Alison. I said, keep these messages coming in. But as I said, once we get to the back end of this particular race, like I said, I will stop reading out those good luck messages as I get myself ready for the 50-metre breaststroke finals. Once again, a reminder this afternoon, the warm-up starts at 1:30 with the gentlemen. They're in first. And the ladies will be in the water from 2 till 2:30. So already very warm here this morning in the Liverpool Aquatic Centre. As I said, this afternoon, only going to get hotter with the amount of swimmers that we're going to have. Can't wait for that one. So, after 250 metres, lane number 1, Caitlin Lansome turns first in 2:51.09. But very close to her in lane 2 was Olivia Sheehan. She turned in 2:51.14. And nothing between them two. Also lanes 4 and 5, which is Eleanor Kay and Amelie Bloxage. Also close. So after 500 metres, lane number 1, Caitlin, turning first in 5:48.96. Then turning second over in lane number 5 from City of Salford, Amelie Bloxage. She turned in 5:49.50. So at the 700 metre turn, Amelie in lane 5 turns first this time in 8:11.49. Caitlin turning 1/10 of a second behind her. And after that particular turn, Amelie is moving to just under a second lead on Caitlin. So as we said, a return over halfway through. It is Amelie now who has stretched her lead to over a second. Now over Caitlin, who's in lane 1. And running just behind them is Olivia in lane number 2. Amelie definitely put the foot down a little bit. So again, at the 1,000 metre mark, as I said, Amelie's still out in front. Caitlin just around about a second behind her. As I said, Amelie over there in lane number 5. As I said, running second is Caitlin in lane 1 with Olivia in lane 2, not far behind. So with 400 metres left for Amelie and Caitlin. Still Amelie out in front, as I said. Caitlin just around about a second behind her. Entry time for these two. Amelie was entered at 17 minutes 37, as Caitlin was entered at 17 minutes 38. I'm sure as the swimmers move through, you're watching the turns. Like I say, Caitlin, every turn at the minute, just taking a little bit of time off Amelie, not by much. Amelie making sure she's watching Caitlin as they come back down. As you can see, the board's going in there, telling the swimmers they've got 6 lengths left, 300 metres for them particular swimmers. As we said, with Amelie and Caitlin. So good luck to Dara Mann in the 50 breaststroke finals. Well, from Sadie, thank you very much. So as you can see, as Amelie goes under the flags for her last turn, turns is 17:03.57, and has put the afterburners on, got nearly 2.5 seconds on Caitlin in lane 1. Amelie's entry time, as I mentioned earlier, was 17:37 exactly. So we got Amelie and also Caitlin coming into the last 15. But Amelie touches the waller in 17 minutes 37.62. Caitlin in lane 1 touches second in 17:40.92. Touching the wall third was Olivia Sheehan. She took a time of 17:45.47. Eleanor Kay touched in 17:55.11. Ella Bloxage, as we said, she came with 17:59.17. It says as Martha comes now towards her final 15 metres. Martha touches in 19 minutes 2.71. As we said, we'll have a short break now before we move on to our finals. So good luck to Zara Man for the finals. Swim fast, little fish. Love from Grace. Thank you very much. I said hopefully before we get the finals underway, we'll get the results of the 1500 read out to you. Shouldn't take too long. All right, so results to read out for you from event 503, the Women's Open 1500 metres freestyle. In your 12 years age group, in first place in a time of 20 minutes 29.48 from Blackpool Aquatics was Pollyanna Kershaw. In your 13 years age group, in third place from Wigan Best is Lauren Watson. In second place from City of Manchester was Evie Clare. And in first place from City of Salford in a time of 17 minutes 37.62 is Emily Bloxage, who also takes first in both the juniors and the seniors. Moving on to your 14 years age group, In first place in a time of 18 minutes 30.46 from the City of Salford was Katie Lee. In your 15 years age group, in second place from Bolton Metro was Grace Taylor, and in first place in a time of 18:47.52 from City of Salford was Cara Tohill. In the 16 years age group, in third place from Preston is Martha Miller. Second place from City of Salford is Ella Bloxage, who also takes third in the juniors. And in first place from Bolton Metro in a time of 17 minutes 55.11 is Eleanor Kay, who also comes second in the juniors. Moving on to your 17 years and over. In second place from Wigan Best is Olivia Sheehan, who also takes third in the seniors. And in first place from City of Manchester in a time of 17 minutes 40.92. As we said, from City of Manchester is Caitlin Lansome, who also comes second in the senior division. Okay then, so here we go with the finals for this morning. As we said earlier on, your finals are all for the women's 50-metre breaststroke. As we said, we are going to start off with event 504, which is your women's 10 and 11 years 50-metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Gracie Smith. In lane number 2 from Wigan Best, Betsy Lloyd. In lane number 3 from Wigan Best, Ellen Jones. In lane number 4 from Southport, Mia Robinson. In lane number 5 from Blackpool Aquatics, Holly Warburton. And in lane number 6 from Flixton, Eleanor Fothergill. So as I say, off we go with the first final of the morning. And out and up fast. It looks like lane number 3 is Ellen Jones. Mia Robinson in 4 working hard, but it is Ellen over the first 25 who has the advantage. And they're still working hard there. It is still, as you said, Ellen who is out in front. And Ellen is making her way under the flags. That Ellen touches in 41.48. Second place is Mia Robinson in 43.90. And in third place is Holly Warburton in 45.02. Okay, we move on to event 505. Which is the women's 12 years 50-metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Preston is Laurie Whittaker. In lane number 2 from the city of Manchester is Kerry Sullivan. In lane number 3 from Ramsbottom, Bonnie Carruthers. In lane number 4 from Bootle, Marley Rolls Garrett. In lane number 5 from Greater Harwood is Megan Hacking. And in lane number 6 from Preston, Chloe Whittington. So off we go with this one. For the moment, 9 straight line from all the swimmers. Marley Rose in lane number 4, who seems to have gotten into her stroke and stride. Lane number 5 in Megan, not far behind. As we said, as well as lane 3 in Bonnie as well. As we said, as they go through to the final 15, very close indeed. And you would say it's the yellow hat of Marley Rose who's just got a slight advantage at the moment as they're coming through under the flags to the final 5 metres. Is she going to hold on for the touch? Yes, she is in a time of 40.91. Second goes to Bonnie in 41.25, with Megan touching third in 41.38. We move on to event 506, which is a women's 13 years 50-metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Alice Holt. In lane number 2 from Prescott, Nicole Farley. In lane number 3 from the city of Salford, Gabrielle McCulloch. In lane number 4 from Ormskirk, Joni Dunn. In lane number 5 from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. And in lane number 6 from Southport, Sally Lomax. So off the 13 years age group goal. And coming up out in front was lane number 3, Gabby McCulloch, working hard. Are all the girls. Lanes 4, 5 and 6 with Joni, Evie and Sally Lomax as well. And down in 1 is Alice and Nicole. Well, as we go through at the moment, it is Gabby out in front in lane number 3. And then you've got Joni, Evie and Sally working hard in 4, 5 and 6. As we said, as we come into the wall, it is Gabby touching at 34.57. Second goes to Joni Dunn in 37.15, and third goes to Evie Cutter in 38.34. We move on to event 507, the women's 14 years 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Bridgefield, Jessica Cooney. In lane 2 from Southport, Harriet Rawlings. In lane 3 from the city of Salford, Alyssa Boslam. In lane number 4 from the city of Salford, Grace Jackson. In lane number 5 from Ormskirk, Evie Warnock. And in lane number 6 from Preston, Zara Mann. So off we go in this one, and out in front from the start is lane 4 and Grace Jackson. As they go over the first 25, it is Grace Jackson just out in front, but Alyssa, her teammate, is working hard, as well as Evie and Zara in 5 and 6. Everyone coming nicely together as we come into the last 15. But again, at the minute, is the 2 Salford hats are out in front with Evie Warnock in the green one fighting hard as well. But coming into the wall and taking the touch, it's going to be Alyssa Boslam in a time of 35.75. Second is Grace Jackson, 35.96. Touching the wall third was Evie Warnock in 36.74. There was a disqualification to announce in the last heat, last final. Disqualification was in lane number 2. Okay, we move on to event 508, which is your women's 15 years 50 metre breaststroke finals. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Chloe Ridge. In lane number 2 from Bolton Metro, Ruby Swinney. In lane number 3 from Aquabirds, Lauren Cusick. In lane number 4 from Crosby, Madison Wrens. In lane number 5 from Blackpool Aquatics, Hannah O'Brien. And in lane number 6 from Wigan Best, Ella Wadsworth. So great underwater work there in lane 4, the green suit of Madison Wrens. Coming up last and coming out front though. Working hard next to her in lane 3 is Lauren. And you would say, as they come towards the last 15 metres, it is Lauren who is out in front. And it is Lauren who seems to be pulling away a little bit here, around about body length. But to guess who's going to get second and third is going to be tough. Lauren touches first in 34.95. Second goes to Ruby Swinney, 36.15. Touching third was Madison Wrens in 36.17. Okay, moving swiftly on to event 509, your women's 16 years 50 metre breaststroke finals. Introducing your finalists in lane 1. From Gaston, Eloise Barber. In lane 2, from Ramsbottom, Zara Dodd. In lane number 3, from Wigan Best, Anna Healy. In lane number 4, from Leyland Barracudas, Emily Elliott. In lane number 5, from Blackpool Aquatics, Ella Proctor. And in lane number 6, from Aquaburs, Jessica Sunderland. So coming up after the underwater, in front was lane number 3 in Anna Healy. Zara Dodd, Emily Elliott working very hard as well, next to her in lane 4. And it is these two who are out in front as they're coming through into the final 15 metres. Anna Healy still working hard and having the lead over Emily in lane number 4 as they go under the flags and they come into the wall. Anna touches in 34.20. Emily next in 34.78 and Zara touching third in 35.59. So we move on to the final of the morning. This is event 510, the women's 17 years and over 50 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Carnforth, Jenny Liu. In lane number 2 from the City of Manchester, Olivia Lloyd-Jones. In lane number 3 from the Isle of Man, Laura Kinley. In lane number 4 from Blackpool Aquatics, Elizabeth Brealey. In lane number 5 from Preston, Elizabeth Waring. And in lane number 6 from Prescott, Katie Rawnsley. So off we go with the final race of the morning. And coming up first and out in front is lane number 3, Laura, from the Isle of Man. The rest of the final very close together. But it is Laura working hard through the first 25. So roundabout body lengths lead on the rest of the actual final itself. It's all about the time for Laura as she's coming through. And she's going to touch the wall in 32.28. Second place goes to Elizabeth Waring in 34.46. And third is Elizabeth Brealey in 34.60. So, as we said, that is your racing concluded for this morning. This afternoon, warm-ups are going to be starting at 1:30, which is going to be the gentlemen in first. 1:30 till 2 o'clock for the men. And the lads, from 2 till 2:30 is the ladies. And soon after, we'll start racing. As we said, we got the men's 50 free, the ladies 100 back, and the men's 200 fly this afternoon. As I said, I'll get back to you shortly to read out the results from the finals. But other than that, I hope you've enjoyed the racing this morning, and we hope to have you back this afternoon.